coming back to my videos. Today's story is going to be how I moved from Reading, Pennsylvania to Stewart's Draft, Virginia. So it was probably about 25 to 30 years ago. My mom and my stepfather both moved to the Virginia area, They first moved to a place called Culpeper. Then they went to Craigsville, Virginia. Then they moved to Stanton, Virginia. 7 years ago, they moved now to Stewart's Draft, Virginia, which is a quaint little town. You blink and you're right through it. Everybody knows everybody. And I like stuff like that. Very laid back. It's almost like time stops when you're there. So, my stepfather, Al, had been getting a little ill. He was getting up in age. My mother and Al, my stepfather, like a month apart or two. My mom's almost 81, so you get that idea of, how old they are. So, January of last year, he became really ill, wound up in the hospital. Needless to say, February 23rd, he got really, really bad, and by February 28th, he passed away. So it was a year since he passed. I called my mom every week, twice a week at times, and I was asking her how she was doing and, how everything was going, and she said she was getting a little bit, bad with her walking, and everything hurting her, and this, that, and the other thing, and we were talking, and we hung up, and probably about 2 weeks later, she said to me, you should think about coming and staying with me and helping me out. Now, I made a promise to my stepfather, Al, before he passed, that if anything should happen to him, I was moving down here to be with my mom. And I was keeping that promise. I try to make promises that I can keep. I try not to make promises that I can't keep, because if there's a chance I can't keep it, I won't make it. That's just the way I am. So I told my mother, yes, you know what, temporarily I'll come down to Stewart's Draft, Virginia from Reading, Pennsylvania. And I came down. I was down for 3 months. When I got here, I really found out how bad off she really was. And I decided right then and there, I gotta go back and I gotta do a lot of packing and getting rid of a lot of stuff, because this is not gonna be temporary, it's gonna be for good. My mother was there for me when I was little. When I would fall, she would pick me up and brush me off and give me, a kiss and give me a Band-Aid. She was there for me, I'm gonna be there for her. Now, I do have a sister who actually lives in this area, but we don't bother with, and that's neither here nor there. So I came down in January of this year. I stayed until the end of March. And then I went back in April. The end of April, I came back down here, and I've been here ever since. So that is the story on how I moved from Reading, Pennsylvania to Stewart's Draft, Virginia. This was a video that I promised in my last video that I posted from Philadelphia to Reading, PA. So, as promised, here's this video from Reading, Pennsylvania to Stewart's Draft, Virginia. I hope you come back soon and look at all my videos that I'll be posting. I'm going to try to post every day. Can't guarantee it, so I'm not making any promises. But you have a great day. God bless.